Yes, and here we are. We probably can't believe it. Perek Lamed, Kelen Perek Lamed, Mishnah Daled, the last Mishnah in this Masechta, and hence a big smile on my face. Says the Mishnah, Tzloichis Ketana Shenitel Piha Timea, dealing with a small glass bottle, jar. Last Mishnah we dealt with a cup, a glass, and we said that as soon as it's chipped around the outer rim, it's not, you can't use it anymore. If the chip covers the rove, it's tahir. This Mishnah is telling us that in the case of a small bottle, the small bottle is this shape with a neck, shenitel piyah, the neck is broken off completely. Tameo, it's still tome because you could still use the bottle because you don't drink from the bottle. Well, at least I don't. It's tome because you can still use it for pouring out and pour things into it. That's only if it's a small jar. Or gedolah shenitel piyah, if it's a large one, a big jar, and the piv, the neck is broken, then it's tahira. So the Gaon says the reason why, when it's very big, the only real way of carrying it is to put one hand underneath the base and one hand you grasp the top. But now you can't because it's broken, you cut your fingers, cut your hand, therefore this is called a shever kli and it's tahir. Shel palaitoin shenitel piha tahira. This was a very small little bottle used for perfume. In this case, even if it's a small one, and under the rule of a small one, we said the small one actually is tame if the neck is broken. In the case of the perfume bottle, if the neck is broken, it's tar. Why, says the Mishnah? It scratches the hand, either because the perfume you actually dip your fingers in, or the Gaon says because it's so small that even when you carry it with one hand, the tips of your fingers actually brush against the top, and therefore you'll cut yourself, and therefore it's broken. Mishnah carries on. Leginin gedolim shenitel pihen tamein. Enormous, large glass jars. They're tome when the neck is broken. Why? Because the assumption is that people always use them for pickling things in, and therefore they're not to be carried around. And because they're going to be stand and things are going to pickle inside them, therefore it doesn't matter if they're a bit broken at the top, and therefore they are still tome. The last line of the last din in the Masechta, for rafches shel zechuchis tahira. Most Mishnayos, most of you will be familiar with this word, not a rafches, but a farches. A farches is, the English is a hopper. It's a funnel-shaped object, so it's got a wide opening, and it goes narrower, and a small pipe at the bottom, and you feed things through to feed. When you want to put grain into a millstone, into the mill, you put all the stuff in the top, and then it comes out one by one through the bottom hole. If that's made of glass, says the Mishnah, it's tar. Of course it is, because it's a classic pshutei klei zchuchis. It hasn't got a kibble. It cannot be mekabel. The whole function is to let things out. Therefore, it's tar dvorim pshutim. I think the reason why the Masechta ends with this particular case, and if you notice, if you go back to Perek Yud Daled, when we were dealing with matches, metal kelim, the last case of that klim, of that Perek, of metal kelim, it says the same thing there. There it said a farchas shel matches tameh, and here we're saying a farchas shel zchuchis tahira. It could be the reason why this Masechta ends with this particular din of the farchas. There's a remez to this. The Gemara in Chagiga. The Gemara in Chagiga, Daf Gimel Amud Beis, Rabbi Elazar ben Azari is talking to his Talmidim, and he's talking about how important it is to learn Torah. And he's telling this Talmidim, Vaydaber Elokim es kol hadvarim ha'eleh. Hashem spoke all the mitzvahs of the Torah, and they're very complicated, the mitzvahs of the Torah. Says Rabbi Elazar ben Azari, Af ato asei oznecha ka'afar cheses. Make your ear like a funnel. Let all the information come in, and let it come out one by one, and you can analyze each drop as they come out. K'nei lecha leiv mevin. Lishmoya es divrei metamim, ves divrei metarim, es divrei oisrin, ves divrei matirin, es divrei poislin, ves divrei machshirin. That's how you have to learn Torah. Get all the information in like a funnel, and then let it come out seed by seed, grain by grain, analyzing each one. And I certainly think after a Masechta like Kלים, that's extremely apt. Because the dinim, this is the longest Masechta in Shas, and we have seen an inordinate amount of Havana and Lomdus in this Masechta. Maybe that's the reason why the Masechta ends with this din of the Avarchas, a reference to that Gemara in Chagiga. And the last words of the Masechta, Omar Rabbi Yossi. Says Rabbi Yossi, Ashrecha Kelim. Fortunate are you, Masechta Kelim. Shenechnasta b'tumah. You started off, you came in with tumah, v'yatzasa b'tara, and you ended with tara. The first words of this Masechta, if you remember, many, many moons ago, was Avois hatumos. And we end off with the word Ha'afarchas shel zuchuchis tahira. It starts with tumah and ends with tahira. You may think that sounds a little bit simplistic. Anybody can write a sefer like that. I will refer you here. I won't do it in the shir here. I'll refer you to those of you who have Yochanan Boyas Mishnais and the parish of the Vilna Gaon, the Bir HaGra, on this line of the Masechta. It is absolutely ingenious. Hadron Alach Maseches Kelim, Hadron Alach Maseches Kelim, Hadron Alach Maseches Kelim. I want to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for bringing us to this point where we've done this Masechta, and we have to daven. We want to daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the future, especially as we're coming up to Masechta Ohalos, where we certainly need his big help on that Masechta. Looking forward to seeing you all.